Hi, my name is Muhammad Hakim bin RAFIZAN. I'm going to discuss the problems in ensuring employees' safety in a post-pandemic situation. There are many problems that may contribute to this issue. As Malaysia keeps on wrestling dealing with the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic, the economy has borne the brunt of these staggering impacts. The all-inclusive standard way of thinking is that we want to move into an endemic stage by figuring out how to live and function with the infection in our midst. Do the COVID-19 pandemic has changed the world of work? Well, the answer is yes. Protected and sound working conditions are crucial for effective and efficient work progress. Hence, the establishment weapon strategy direction for the get back to work should be based on. As mentioned before, the economy has borne the brunt of its staggering impacts on account of COVID-19. As the cost of living and welfare continue to increase, financial harm is more prominent and is able to highlight the biggest monetary shock accounted worldwide. According to the June 2020 Global Economic Prospects, it depicts both a brief and close-term outlook on the damages along with the long-term impact done by the pandemic. Despite the never-ending effort from the government to ensure the downslide with fiscal as well as monetary policy support can be countered, the huge global recession is unfortunately still unavoidable. In accordance with the baseline forecast, it envisions approximately 5.2% contraction in global GDP in 2020, and the deep recession is set to leave a long-term wound through a decrease in investment and overall income, an increase in unemployment, and possibly an increase in rate of poverty. Last but not least, the current working condition might be permanent. In short, the world of work may change forever. It is possible that COVID-19 has reshaped our world as individuals that survived countless lockdowns are now shifting to telecommuting, and those who are not able to do so will be losing their job. What the future holds is still unknown. However, it is filled with a lot of possibilities. We have absolutely no clue regarding when, or then again if, we could return to our normal social orders, as well as what kind of scars the pandemic will leave. Some of the companies prefer to work from home because it is one of the most effective ways to prevent further spreading of COVID-19 within the workplace. And thank you for listening.
There are various factors that could be the cause of the problem. However, it is undeniable that the mother of all problems is none other than COVID-19 itself. As we all know, COVID-19 is not merely a global catastrophe, as it has caused severe damage to the global economy and financial market. The most unforgettable and obvious proof of the damage caused by COVID-19 was the depletion of salary wages, an increase in the number of unemployment, as well as disturbance in big services such as manufacturing and transportation industry. COVID-19 is also the main contributor towards workplace absenteeism, which then leads to a negative supply shock since people are anxious and worry about their well-being due to the situation, as there is no cure for COVID-19 as of today. In addition, the fact that more COVID-19 variants are showing up recently is also part of the many things an employee may be worried about. Even though there is existing medical treatment to reduce the severity of the COVID-19 effect, as well as a standard operating procedure governed by the government to avoid further spreading of COVID-19, it is still very hard to erase the feeling of anxiousness that was caused by the global pandemic. Other than that, resistance to change, according to the current situation, is also a main reason why problems in the workplace will always occur. In this era, we have no choice but to adapt to changes and respond accordingly to the level and severity of COVID-19 cases. It is a fact that COVID has permanently changed the way we work, and problems at the workplace will cease to exist if the employees refuse to adapt to changes such as the working condition. Even if the COVID-19 has been successfully eradicated, resistance to change will always be the main reason why problems will arise, no matter what the situation are.
Moving on, for the effects and impact, when COVID-19 was first discovered in our nation, the authorities took immediate steps to isolate those who were infected. However, the number of persons infected with the virus continued to rise. As a result, the government has adopted standard operating procedures, movement restrict orders, and immunizations such as vaccines and boosters for the citizens in order to control the spread of the virus. As a result, the virus, COVID-19, has had a wide range of consequences not only on our country but also on the rest of the world. As we all know, the government has played a role in controlling the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Furthermore, the Inland Revenue Board, IRB, has taken the lead in awarding tax breaks and cash and item donations to aid people who has been injured in meeting their fundamental needs such as food, shelter, and other necessities for them to survive. Not only that, but the government has also given residents vaccination doses to bolster their immune systems, which can help lower the number of sick persons in the country. Simultaneously, this will lower the amount of COVID-19 related fatalities or deaths. As a result, individuals in the nation should follow standard operating procedures in all institutions to reduce their chances of getting infected by the virus. Moving on, the early COVID-19 attacks prompted many companies, establishments, and educational institutions to close because government orders. Aside from that, this has had an influence on the economy, with several enterprises closing down due to insolvency. Following that, the cost of living in the country grew as a result of many businesses shutting down. As a result of the epidemic, the country's unemployment rate rises, and many people's salaries are reduced. To summarize, mass gathering has been suspended and Friday prayers at mosques has been limited in number in order to comply with the social distance requirements. Meanwhile, individuals who want to keep their existing jobs would have to work from home, which isn't as easy as it sounds. This is owing to the fact that working from home and working in an office are two entirely different experiences. Their home are where they sleep, enjoy themselves, and also the most comfortable location with no limits. But the office setting is more difficult. Many people believe that working from home is incredibly demanding and can rapidly lead to stress as a result of too much work. Aside from that, working from home introduces a bevy of distractions that prevent people from finishing their jobs. In brief, the pandemic has also forced a large number of individuals to work from home, which causes stress and exhaustion as a result of the increased workload.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Kamal FUDHAIL bin Muhammad Rahim, and my matrix number is 2019 266 and 102. Today, I'm going to explain to you about the solutions for the problem. We have three solutions to begin. Firstly, compensates private hospital treatment costs, covering hospitalization claims that are medically necessary, and last but not least, providing death benefit. For the first solution, compensates private hospital treatment costs up to the group hospitalization plan's annual limit. This mainly due to the fact that there are a minority of the citizens who does not want to take the vaccine as they would much believe and afraid that it will bring some complications or side effect to the receiver. However, with the addition of reimbursement to whoever have some complication will help a lot, especially to the employees with their uncertainties.
Before I forget, there are also 5 categories of reimbursement provided by the government to the citizens. We move on to the second solution, which is covering hospitalization claims that are medically necessary as a result of COVID-19. This is very essential as most of the employees in Malaysia lost almost half of their income as a result of COVID-19. Consequently, with the new initiative from the government, it will more or less help them to move forward and try to survive during this challenging time. Also, the main goal of this campaign is to provide complimentary coverage for eligible customers in relation to COVID-19. What is more important, there is also no cost involved in this campaign as it is free to begin with. Last but not least, the third solution, which is providing death benefit to the employees. We know the total confirmed cases of this virus are approximately 2 million and still counting. Also, the total death toll are also 30,000 people, and it shows how bad the situation is. Therefore, if an employee dies as a result of COVID-19, lump sum payment and compassionate benefit are provided is a wise move from the government as everyone is tremendously affected by it. That is all from me, and now I will pass the presentation to the next presenter. Thank you for your attention.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is Muhammad HANNAN bin ISMAIL. Today I want to present my part that is recommend solution that can be taken by government during the working period in this pandemic, COVID-19. For the first point that we have is the government can make an initiative to employees by giving them gadget for free, especially to the B40 group. For example, phone, laptop and internet plan. As we all know, in this pandemic COVID-19, gadgets are very important for work affairs. They need to use gadget when working at home or at work, like doing meeting, sending report and updating the important item. By giving gadget for free to each of these employees can ease their burden from buying it. Okay, next, the government can take any action which provide free swab tests to all workers in Malaysia regardless of whether they work with the government or the private sector. This is an initial step to handle the spread of COVID-19. In this way, employees will not hesitate to make a swab test if they have symptoms or close contact with COVID-19 patient because their funding is on. Indirectly, this can prevent the occurrence of COVID-19 infection in the workplace. If a person have a symptom, management at work should give them paid leave. For workers who have a close contact with COVID-19 patient need to be quarantined and they must work at home. So, the safety of worker will also be more assured. For the last point, the government should provide counseling service to employees who need to raise their motivation and enthusiasm while working. As we know, in this pandemic, many workers are stressed with their life so much. This is because they have many problems that they face, like financial problem at home, and household problem. The COVID-19 virus has high impact on the community in Malaysia, especially on those who work and have a family dependent. So, with the availability of this counseling service, can solve their problem if provide advice and guidance to those who get stressed. After obtaining counseling service, employees will be more motivated and enthusiastic to do work even without any mental disturbance.